Carla Connor's ordeal descends into pure nightmare territory in chilling new Coronation Street spoiler footage, and when stacked against the street's recent catalogue of misery, her suffering eclipses them all. To be fair, Carla hasn't been the only Weatherfield resident enduring a bleak festive season. Eva Price saw her Christmas shattered when her explosive baby secret was exposed, a revelation that ultimately left Maggie Driscoll ostracized for being the one to reveal it. Daniel Osborne also found himself traumatized after being violently attacked by a jealous Will Driscoll, while Abby Webster's world began to crumble as she watched her relationship implode following Carl Webster's betrayal. Even Ryan Connor was dealt a cruel blow, forced to clock in at work on Christmas Day, an ordeal nobody should ever have to face, yet none of these hardships come close to matching the sheer terror Carla has been living through. Ever since Becky Swain stormed into Carla's once peaceful life with Lisa Swain like a destructive force of nature, Carla has known nothing but fear and despair. While Becky initially managed to catch Lisa off guard with her carefully constructed facade, Carla quickly saw through the manipulation, instinctively sensing something deeply wrong. It soon became clear that Carla believed Becky posed a far greater threat than she ever let on to Lisa or her daughter Betsy, a fear that drove her to secretly search Becky's flat for incriminating evidence. What followed was beyond anything Carla could have imagined, though she has since had endless time to replay it in her mind. For over a week, Becky has kept Carla imprisoned inside an airing cupboard, all while maintaining a chilling illusion of normality by sending fake text messages and social media updates. The messages are designed to convince Lisa that Carla is blissfully soaking up the sun in Lanzarote, oblivious to the horror unfolding back in Weatherfield. The psychological pressure is clearly taking its toll on both women. Carla, refusing to submit, deliberately provokes her captor, pushing Becky's already fragile state closer to the edge. Becky, meanwhile, is completely consumed by obsession, driven by a belief that reclaiming her wife and child is a matter of life and death. "I genuinely don't know how she'd cope," actress Amy Cudden told Metro at the Corriedale premiere earlier this month. "She's incredibly dangerous and capable of doing anything. She can strip people of their humanity to achieve her goals. Without giving too much away, she's seriously twisted." When viewers last saw the pair, Carla attempted a desperate fight back, only for Becky to demonstrate just how ruthless she truly is by confiscating Carla's vital anti-rejection medication. Earlier this year, Carla underwent another kidney transplant, and those pills are essential to prevent her body from rejecting the organ. In the latest spoiler clip, it becomes painfully clear that Carla is already deteriorating without the medication. Her physical weakness intensifies with every passing moment, yet Becky shows not a flicker of compassion. Despite her worsening condition, Carla refuses to surrender emotionally, continuing to taunt Becky with the one truth she knows will hurt the most, insisting that Lisa will always choose her. The barbed words strike a nerve. Becky snaps, smashing a plate against the wall above Carla's head before slamming the cupboard door shut once again, leaving Carla alone, shaking, terrified, and seemingly without hope. The question now is stark. Will Carla ever break free from Becky's grip and find her way back to the woman she loves, or is Becky on the brink of claiming a devastating victory? A soap milestone, Ken Barlow's quiet, historic moment. While Weatherfield reels from chaos, Coronation Street is also preparing to make television history. Ken Barlow has been a constant presence on the cobbles since the soap first aired in 1960. And after more than 6 decades, he shows no sign of slowing down. As the world's longest-serving soap actor, it felt only fitting that Bill Roache should play a role in an upcoming ITV milestone. That moment arrives on January 5, 2026, when Coronation Street and Emmerdale collide for a one-off, hour-long crossover event titled Corriedale. Packed with explosions, crashes, and fatalities, the special promises high-stakes drama, yet it's one quiet exchange that director Duncan Foster says left the deepest impression. Ken appears in just a single scene, but it's one that resonates powerfully, as he comes face-to-face with Emmerdale legend Eric Pollard, portrayed by Chris Chittle. Chris has played the charming troublemaker since 1986, making him the longest-running current cast member in the Dales, and the perfect counterpart to Roach's iconic character. So important was that scene to me that I rejected the first edit, Duncan revealed at the Corey Dale premiere. When I watched it, it had been trimmed right down. I said, absolutely not. This is Ken Barlow sharing a scene with Eric Pollard. It's iconic. It needs space to breathe. What viewers will ultimately see is almost exactly how the scene was performed on the day. The moment's significance extended beyond the screen. Duncan also recalled an unexpectedly emotional interaction with Bill Roach on set. I've worked with Bill for over 25 years, he said. That day, he walked in visibly emotional and gave me the biggest hug. I remember thinking, you've never hugged me once in all those years. Bill, Duncan added, was genuinely delighted to be part of the scene, a sentiment that made the experience even more special. It's one of my favorite scenes I've ever been involved in, he admitted. Fans stunned as Meghan actress's real age is revealed. Elsewhere on the street, Coronation Street viewers have been left stunned after discovering the real age of the actress behind controversial newcomer Meghan, amid an unsettling grooming storyline. Meghan, portrayed by Beth Nixon, arrived earlier this year as the athletics coach to teenager Will Driscoll. Will moved from Hull to Weatherfield alongside his father Ben, grandmother Maggie, dad's partner Eva Price, and younger brother Ali. It later emerged that Meghan had been manipulating and grooming 15-year-old Will for months before the family's relocation, a secret she kept carefully hidden. More recently, Meghan followed Will to the cobbles herself, securing a teaching role at Weatherfield High. She also began a relationship with fellow teacher Daniel Osborne, fueling Will's growing jealousy and resentment. After Will turned 16 last week, Meghan crossed a disturbing line by sleeping with him, narrowly avoiding being discovered by Ben and Ollie. She even spent Christmas Day with Will's family at the Rovers, continuing her web of deception. Away from the drama, Beth Nixon is appearing in her very first television role, having graduated from college 4 years ago. The actress celebrated her 25th birthday in July, sharing the milestone with fans on Instagram. Speaking previously to Metro, Beth described Meghan as deeply manipulative beneath the surface. Meghan is extremely strategic. Everything she does has a purpose, but she's very skilled at hiding it, she explained. She's deeply insecure, but she masks that with charm and confidence. She knows how to make people feel sorry for her. Beth likened Meghan's gradual infiltration of Will's family to that of a parasite, while stressing the importance of finding humanity in the character. She isn't flat or purely evil, she said. She's carrying a lot of life experiences that brought her to this point. The audience doesn't know them. The other characters don't know them, but she does. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, and streams on ITVX.